Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to the best bets. Today we're taking a look at UFC Fight Night, Gilbert Burns versus Mike Mallot, which is taking place tomorrow, April the 18th, 2026, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will start off with the 4 best bets. We will get into a prop for every single fight on the card, and then we will get into some parlays at the end of it. Hopefully you guys do enjoy. Make sure to drop a like if you do. And without further ado, let's get right into it. We will start off with the first best bet, that is Thiago Moises to beat Gage Young. I think this is just a position where Thiago Moises is just a little bit more of a vet. I think he's going to be a little bit more crafty. I think the leg kicks are going to play a huge role here. I think the leg kicks in the first round. I think Gage Young is going to win the first round on the striking. I think he's going to be a little bit, more hungry. I think he's going to be younger. I think he's going to push forward. And I think Thiago Moises is going to lay into that front calf. I think Gage Young, after beating Mahashante, is going to feel a little bit more confident in those hands. I think he's going to push forward. He's going to have a lot of things to prove. And I think Thiago Moises, after getting knocked out by Jared Gordon, he has just as much to prove as well. I think he's going to start landing those leg kicks. I think he's going to start beating up Gage Young on the feet. Realistically, Gage Young should win the striking numbers, but I do think in this position that Gage Young will end up getting TKO'd or decisioned via the second and third round. I think this is just a position where Thiago Moises can snowball off the first round, just have a little bit better of a second, and let's see what happens in that third. We're going to go with Thiago Moises as an underdog pick as well. Plus 125 is just too much value for his side as well, seeing as he's a good grappler alongside his striking. Now, next on the best bets, we have Jasmine Jasudavicius to beat Karine Silva, and this one's just easy. This is Jasudavicius coming back after a knockout loss to a devastating kickboxer in Man Firat. I think Karine Silva is just a perfect bounce-back fight. She's a good grappler, but just not good enough to where she's going to beat Jasmine Jasudavicius in those positions. I think Jasudavicius has such, a better Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game alongside her very good wrestling. I think the Jiu-Jitsu is just going to play a big role here, where she's just 2 or 3 steps ahead of Karine Silva. She's just going to have her bad spots on the ground and just force her up against the cage, where she wins the control battle and just with the power. Jasudavicius paying minus 305 is a little steep. The line is just a little bit too much on the side of Jasudavicius. I think it should be a little bit pulled back. Realistically, the line should probably be minus 200, but I don't mind the money line pick minus 305. If you're putting it in a parlay, you could probably parlay it with quite a number of other contestants as well, but just be careful, seeing as it's a minus 305. Don't put it on every parlay. That could be your parlay killer. Next on the best bets, you have Mendel Nallo versus Jai Herbert. We're going with Mendel to get it done. You could go Mendel to get it done under 1.5 rounds as well, which is paying massive. It pays you plus 225, which is huge. Under 1.5 by itself does play plus 125, but you do get Mendel as a minus 170 favorite over Jai Herbert. This is a perfect position for Mendel Nallo to welcome himself into the UFC. This is a perfect UFC debut, seeing as they're both really good kickboxers. But Mendel just seems to have a little bit more power than the side of Jai Herbert. This is going to be similar probably to the Ilia Topuria fight, where Jai is just going to try and get ahead, but this is not going to be a position where Nallo gets tagged. I think this is going to be a position where Jai starts getting beat up really bad, and I think he's going to get knocked out in the first or second round. I think it's just it's time for Nallo to get into the UFC. Rad Garbage has been looking for it for a long time, and he's finally here, dude. He's making his walk. He had a showing out at Dana White's Contender Series, and now he can prove himself even further inside Winnipeg. Winnipeg, Alberta, right? Or Manitoba. Jesus Christ. We're going to take a look at the lock of the week now. Denis Bojukha versus Mauricio Barboza. And Mauricio Barboza is younger, he's hungrier, and he's got the KO potential. We're going with Mauricio Barboza under 1.5 rounds as the official pick. Mauricio Barboza has almost all of his wins inside the first round, majority of them by knockout. We will stay away from the knockout prop, seeing as it is a minus 220. You could just pick it by itself if you really want to, but I think this ends in the first round anyway, and I think it's going to end by either knockout or submission. So we're just going to pick Mauricio Barboza to get it done under 1.5 rounds. That does pay you minus 145, a little bit better than Mendel Nallo, and that brings your 4-pick parlay, if you do play it, for the 4 best bets, brings you up to a plus 700. That will give you $25. Does pay you 200, which isn't really that bad. Pays you quite well. Mauricio Barboza should have a really easy time beating up Dennis Bojruka. This should be a super easy knockout. This is just going to be a right hand, check right hook, and Dennis Bojruka goes down, followed by some nasty ground and pound by Mauricio Barboza to settle it off. I think this is just a perfect fight for Mauricio Barboza to have his UFC debut. Perfect knockout capability, and it's right on the top of the prelims. It is the feature prelim of the evening, so you have a perfect spot here for him to just tag up. Now we're going to look at the props for every single fight on the card. Let's get right into it. All right, here we go. We're going to start off with the first bout of the evening, Jamie Sarah versus John Yanis. We're going to fight not to go distance. Someone's getting submitted or finished, and it's going to be John Yanis. And next, Mark Vologden versus John Castaneda. We'll take Mark Vologden plus 3.5. He's not getting finished. He will win at least one round against John Castaneda, and he will beat the hell out of him realistically with a knockout. JJ Aldrich versus Jamie Lynn Horth. If you don't trust either of these girls, you can go over 2.5 rounds. They will see a decision scorecard, but if you really want to pick either or, I would go with Jamie Lynn Horth, but seeing as this is the best prop on the evening, we're going to go with Jamie Lynn Horth on the line because she's just a little bit better than JJ Aldrich. Her striking's a little bit better, and she should have an easier time running it forward. Melissa Croden versus Daria Shelesniakova. We're taking Shelesniakova plus 3.5. Croden's not going to finish her, and Shelesniakova should have an easy time piecing her up in the second and third round when Melissa Croden starts getting a little bit gassed on the feet. Tanner Boser versus Gokhan Sarakim. Realistically, your best bet is to skip this fight. Should go to a decision, though, so we're going to go over 1.5 rounds in this fight, seeing as either of these guys could knock each other out later. Don't think it's going to happen, though. Julian LeBlanc versus Robert Valentin. This fight's not going distance, so you can just go not to go distance. Robert's either going to knock him out, or Julian's going to get a late second or third round submission. Dennis Bojruka versus Mauricio Barboza. Barboza by knockout's your prop of the night. I mean, you could go not to go distance, but it's minus 700. Pays a little bit wild, so we're going to go minus 220 because he's that good, and he's going to knock him out no matter what. You have Thiago Moises versus Gage Young. Give me Thiago Moises plus 3.5. Gage Young's not getting a knockout, and Thiago Moises will chew up that leg and win either the third round or he will win all of it, so we'll see what happens. Thiago Moises, money line is paying you quite well, plus 125 like we just talked about. Jasmine Jasavicius versus Karine Silva. We're going with Jasavicius on the line. I mean, it is a little sketchy. Maybe over 2.5 is a little bit better, but I think the submission capabilities of Jasavicius is just so much more extreme than Karine Silva, so we're going to go with the line. Mendel Nallo versus Jai Herbert. You could go the fight not to go distance, but Mendel's paying good enough as he is, minus 170. Give me our boy to get it done and to beat Jai Herbert, who's kind of on his way out at this point. A year older than Mendel, but taking so much more, damage that you just can't trust him. Kyler Phelps versus Charles Air Jourdain. We're going with Charles Jourdain by submission or decision. I think this guy is just going to tag him up and submit him really easily. I think, you know what? We're just going to go because of the flying knee. Okay, we're just going to go minus 145 because of the flying knee. Okay, Charles is scary. He's got a flying knee from hell. I can't trust the guy. He's got wicked fucking jiu-jitsu as well. Gilbert Burns versus Mike Mallot. This fight's not going distance, so you can take that. Gilbert Burns is either going to win by a late fury or Mike Mallot will finish it in the first 2 rounds. But that does give you a full fight parlay that gives you a plus of 15,000. But let's just take another look at it. $10 will get you back 1,500 if you pick all of them. But let's just take a look at the prices real quick. Jamie Sarah, Yanis, not to go distance, minus 150, pays you well. Mark Vlogden, plus 3.5. Minus 170, beautiful. That's a beautiful line. I fucking love that. That's probably your best bet of the entire evening. If you're looking at best bet, easily Mike Vlogden plus 3.5. Jamie Lynn Horth line, a little bit sketchier, but you can take it. Daria Shelesniakova plus 3.5. Fucking love it. Croden's not winning all 3. Over 1.5 for Bosa Sarakim, excuse me. Sketchy. I wouldn't take it, but we're looking at it. Julian LeBlanc versus Robert Valentin, not to go distance. Yes, I think Robert Valentin's either going to gas in the second or third, or, LeBlanc gets knocked out. Mauricio Barboza by knockout. This should be the only way I see this fight ending, and it should be quick. Thiago Moises plus 3.5. Fucking love it. Another fantastic bet. Fantastic. Jasmine Jasavicius on the line. Sketchy, but you could take it. Mandel Nallo. I'm just saying sketchy as in a parlay piece. Jasmine Jasavicius as a best bet is good. She's been profitable her entire career. If you've been betting all of your money on her every single time she fights, you've been profitable. So just with ease, put her on parlays. Mandel Nallo, good line. Like my minus 170 should be a little bit closer, I think, but it's okay. Charles Jourdain. Line's right. Minus 145 should be a pick'em, but did have that showing out against Davey Grant. Makes sense. Not to go distance. Burns Mallot. Minus 450 is a little bit steep, but it does get you some places. Now, that's a prop for every single fight on the card. We're going to look at the parlays now. Let's take a look at the parlays. We're going to look at the first parlay of the evening. Mauricio Barboza by knockout, TKO, or DQ. Charles Jourdain by submission. Tanner Boser by decision. Fantastic parlay. Pays plus 3,310. 15 bucks would get you back 511. Charles Jourdain by submission at a plus 600 is wild, and that is a perfect fucking lay. And Tanner Boser by decision plus 230. Perfect. That's the only way I see him winning. So the fact that he's a plus 240 there pays really, really well. That's your cycle parlay for the card. You're looking at the another really good parlay. Mark Vlogden plus 3.5, and then you have Thiago Moises plus 3.5. Those two will get you plus 161. Fantastic. I actually really love that. The guys pay well. It's a fantastic bet to have, especially when you're stressing about some other stuff. Put $100 on that, gets you back 261. Dude, you make $161 profit. That's not bad. Again, we're not playing with $100, but take a step back. Maybe put 10 bucks on it. These are not 100%. I gotta say that because the YouTube AI is gonna give me shit. But again, you can win some money tomorrow night. Now we're gonna take a look at another parlay, an early parlay, if you will. Sarah and Giannis not to go distance. You can take Mark Vlogden plus 3.5. You can take Melissa Croden, Daria Železníková plus 3.5, and you could take Mauricio Barboza money line. That gets you up to a plus 416. 25 bucks gets you back 130. That's good. It's actually not bad. Pays really well. You're stressing basically Giannis and Sarai. You want to take that off if you really don't want to stress it anymore. It pays plus 209. You could put Mauricio Barboza by knockout in there. It pays plus 275, but I think Mauricio on just the line plus 200 is enough. You get basically triple money. Vlogden plus 3.5. Železníková plus 3.5. Mauricio Barboza money line. Yo, hammer that. There's no way I see that losing unless I bet it, and obviously I'm going to bet it. So I mean, anything is possible at this point. Let's take a look at a parlay more or two, and we'll get you guys out of here in under 15 minutes. We're going to look at the main event. We're going to take Moises plus 3.5, like I said. Jasovicius and Silva to go over 2.5 rounds. Mendel, Nalo on the line. We'll take Charles Jourdain on the line. And we'll take Gilbert Burns plus 5.5. And the reason why we're doing this is just because Gilbert Burns was a plus 600. The guy's a plus 230 now. I think Gilbert Burns is getting a lot of hate. I don't think he should be that high of an underdog. And those 5 picks, okay? 5 picks, 20 bucks get you back 300. That's huge, guys, okay? Those are good picks as well. The only thing you're sweating is Gilbert Burns, basically, okay? Gilbert Burns in the over 2.5 in Jasmine's fight. Because all the other ones, they look easy. And if you don't want to sweat those, I just said those are easy, right? The over 2.5 in the Jasmine fight and what? Gilbert Burns? Take those off. You have Moises, Nalo, Jourdain. Plus 341, 20 bucks get you back almost 100, but it does get you back 88. That's good. It's really good. If you guys are looking to mix up some props, some spreads, they pay better on Bet365. If you're looking to bet singles, usually they pay better on DraftKings, but sometimes you get a little bit better price on Bet365. I would not recommend FanDuel. I would not recommend, BetMGM. I would recommend the Score. They give some boost sometimes, but those other websites sometimes are a little bit iffy. Just personal experience. I don't really know if one of them want to give me a sponsorship. I mean, fuck. I'll say you're pretty good. Maybe I'll bet it on you too. But I'll be honest with you guys. Probably wouldn't use those. Bet365 though, #1 app to use, and I would use it for everything. That's all I got for you guys. That's it. That wasn't even a sponsorship. I was just trying to be nice to you guys because Bet365 has early payouts, so you guys can win a little bit more money easier, and they're not as sweaty as some other fucking bookies. Okay. Again, recap. Best bets. Mauricio Barboza knockout. Thiago Santos plus 3.5. Fucking hammer that. Mendel Nalo money line. Charles Jourdain looks fantastic. Mark Vlogden. Listen, actually, before I leave you guys, a 2-dog parlay. Mark Vlogden and Thiago Moises. I'll leave a 3-dog parlay and Tanner Boser. Okay, 15 bucks get you back 166. Not bad. I'm just saying, take Thiago Moises out. You have Tanner Boser, Vlogden for an early parlay. 15 bucks get you back 72. I'm just saying, That's huge. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoy the best bets. I will see you guys all tomorrow for the live. We start at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, actually, I work tomorrow. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My bad. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 5 p.m. I'll see you guys at 5 p.m. We have all the best bets. Boom! Right here in the blue corner. They will all be sitting right there like they were for the Yuri fight, even though we lost that. Don't look at that. Nobody look at that. The fighters are always here in the corner as well. You will always see everything, and I will always show you everything. That's all I got for you guys. I will see you guys all later. I'll see you guys all for the live. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.